Do you want to be a more explosive athlete? Now, I've coached hundreds of athletes how to better understand and utilize the ATP PCR system and how that can make them more explosive in their sport. This video is a little bit more on the technical bioenergetic side, so let's get our nerd glasses on and let's learn how to science to more sports wins. The ATP PCR system, or the phosphagen system, is the energy system within the body that provides ATP and energy for our high intensity, short duration activities. So think tackling, swing a golf club, swing a baseball bat, etc. Creatine monohydrate and creatine phosphate is heavily involved in the system. Creatine phosphate specifically donates a phosphate to ADP, allowing you to resynthesize quickly ATP to utilize that for energy. So yet another reason why we should be taking our creatine. This system can rapidly produce energy but has very, very low stores. There's a reason you can't give maximal effort for 10 minutes. So now we know a little bit about how the system works and kind of what's going on in the body. How can we train the system to maximize your explosiveness in sport? Step one, your training needs to be specific. If you're not training that system is not getting better. You can't jog your way to a 4.1 40-yard dash. Just like with strength training, the system that you're training needs to be the limiting factor. If ATP PCR as a system isn't being taxed, ATP PCR as a system isn't getting better. Along that same lines, rest is crucial so we can guarantee the effort needed to make that system the limiting factor. To train the system effectively, the effort level needs to be at an RP 9 or 10, so very, very maximal effort. Rest times should be at a 1 to 12 or 1 to 20 ratio, meaning if you do 10 seconds of exercise, you might need 200 seconds of rest to be able to be recovered enough to actually tax that system again. You can think of taxing the system a lot like muscle fibers because they fatigue aggressively after putting out a large degree of energy or force. If you were to train the system aggressively with a lot of volume every single day, you would probably end up beating yourself up. When you train the system effectively, you'll get these three things. An increase in type 2 muscle fibers, which are the fibers that are best associated with large size, high amounts of strength, and high amounts of power. So think gains and hitting bombs. Increased in those muscle fibers, storage of ATP. So you now have more energy to, again, get more gains, give more effort, and hit more bombs. So it's twofold. And lastly, increased storage for glycogen and creatine. So again, that muscle fiber is bigger, stronger, more capable, and it stores more energy and precursors to energy now. So you're more specifically ready to utilize that system maximally and win and be more explosive at your sport. To recap, to use the ATP PCR system to your advantage to become a more powerful athlete, your training needs to be explosive with a 9 or 10 out of 10 effort, with enough rest, likely a 1 to 20 ratio, so that that system can be the limiting factor. And you need to be training this system multiple times a week, likely through explosive training and resistance training. Hopefully this helps, and hopefully you win your next sporting event, unless it's against me, and then I hope you lose and cry and come back for more.